This is a cover page. The lecture will also cover this, okay? And your example also have this one, right? Prepare. This is the people who read, who need the proposal. And this is the writer. Of course, it is you, the group member's name, okay? And then you must include your committee's name, right, in this cover page. And if you like, you can design a logo for your cover page, okay? And write down the date for submission. Okay, the same as the sample you have done, they got a summary. You can write down this word. You can write down this word. Sometimes we call it executive summary. So you can use this term if you like, right? Executive summary. So this summarize what the report is like. So we can read it once. The proposal is written for this society, suggesting the coming year activities. The recommended activity will be an IELTS workshop, which costs around $4,000 for PRA students who will benefit, okay? During the workshops, a mock IELTS test and IELTS seminar will be held. Markers from IDP education will be invited to deliver the speech and examine the test. It is believed with the precious opportunity to get exposure to the IELTS, students could understand the importance of English and the advantage of taking IELTS for further career and study where lots of writing and presentation are needed. It seems that it's a very quick summary of the activity, the purpose, and the final outcome. Okay, very quick summary. Okay, executive summary, please write down one separate page. One separate page. So although there's some space left, we start to the next one. Okay, this is the part which is missing in your sample. Can you write down contents? Either you say contents or contents page, but please, it must have an S. It must have an S. What does it mean? Look here, I got a box. If I pull out everything, nothing inside. This is empty, no contents. But if I fill it up with markers, that means there are contents. So contents, the word content must have an S in this case. But if I tell you, if I ask you what is the content of this proposal, then I'm just asking what is the main meaning. What is the main meaning? Then can have no S. But contents page must have an S. Must have an S. Okay? Right. So contents page is prepared after you finish the whole report. Otherwise, you can't. You can't prepare. All right. When you have all the parts there with the page number. Okay. So this is the content page. Then you can also include title of the project, but the title of the project should also be on the cover page. Should be on the cover page. Okay. So here, background. Background is the same as what? Introduction. Okay, it's up to you. Point out the need. Why do you need to write this proposal? Okay, so say, and you can also give a little background of your society. Right, it's organized by the student in this program, and they have passion and interest to public relations and advertising industry. So the aim of your society, right, to equip students with the knowledge and attitude for working in public relations and advertising industry through organizing different activities we position as a career assistant. That means our main objective is to help our students develop their career. So this is the background of the society. The rationale, the same as objectives, right? Rationale, you can write two different parts. Here, rationale can be, here it talk about the IELTS, right? The IELTS. Why is it so important to help the students prepare the IELTS? Because IELTS has earned a lot of fame, okay, status has got quite high status and recognitions for your future study, for your future career development. Okay, so for example, in City University, they have a lot of mock papers for IELTS. However, the speaking and listening part, the student cannot find practice. So that's why you want to help the student. This is the rationale. Okay, objectives. That means after you carry out your activities, how exactly will the student benefit? Okay, promote the importance of this IELTS to PLA student, motivate the student taking IELTS, and provide mock exam to students. So these are the objectives of your proposal. Content, because the main activity is the workshop. So this part, content, target population, workshop schedule, budget. Yeah, so 4 parts here, which will be the longest part. You can say the details, right? Details. I'll let you look at the main heading again. So because this one is about IELTS workshop, so you have to describe the IELTS workshop. So for you can have different headings, okay? That means you have to describe in detail the main content of your activity, because their activity here is the IELTS workshop. So they describe the IELTS workshop. Understand? Okay? So here you don't need to read, because for yours it's not IELTS workshop, it's useless for you. Okay, you may include target population. That means how many people will benefit from your proposal? Or how many people? Here, how many students will you think will benefit from your proposal? Then the schedule, of course. Okay, you can use the word schedule, you can use the word program details, depending on what activities you're having, right? Depending on what activities. For this proposal, only one activity, but I will also show you other examples. Some students have more than one activities. It doesn't matter, right? Whether which one is better or no. I just look at the content, how well you present it. Okay, then the budget is very important. It's a part that you cannot do without. You must include budget. Okay, read the question paper again about the approximate budget. This one is already fixed, 1,500 honorarium for the guest. Make it reasonable. Make it reasonable. Don't say, for example, if you say 500 for the guest, 2,000 for miscellaneous, then it's a little bit unreasonable. Because you see, 1,500 for the guest is already a small amount. You cannot cut it. Okay, if you say only give 500 to the guest, I think it's very, very mean. So think about logical, although this is not an actual project, but try to use your common sense to give a logical budget. Okay? Then, all right, evaluation, right? Think of some good web method to evaluate your activity. So like here, they will ask the student who have come to fill in a questionnaire, right? And then how are they going to deal with the result of the survey, follow-up survey, and then they will write a report, and then they will hold a meeting to evaluate the result of the questionnaire. So it's actually, the main thing they do is a questionnaire. But how are they going to conduct the questionnaire, and then how are they going to deal with the result of the questionnaire? So this is part evaluation. Then conclusion. You can very briefly say whether your workshop, why, reinforce once again, why do you think your proposal is good? Okay, just kind of reinforcement. Then that is almost the end, right? Almost the end. Then this part you can write it down because it is not found in your program, in your sample. Appendix. Why is appendix necessary? Because there's some information about the proposal which is quite long, maybe a website, a web page for reference. I don't want to insert it anywhere in my report, so I attach it in the appendix. So only for those readers who are interested, they can go here and read more details. Okay, so here is details of the event. Although it is already included somewhere here, they want to include it once again as an appendix. Okay, in greater details. You see, in greater details. So this is one sample. Okay.